Hi guys, how you guys doing? You're welcome to my channel. On today's video, we'll be cutting a wrap top. I'll be making use of this beautiful Ankara prints for this top, but we'll first draft on a pattern paper, then we'll place it on the fabric and cut it out. And before we go into this video, I would love to say a very big thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys. And if this is your first time on this channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you get notified anytime I post new videos. Thank you very much. So now let's place our pattern paper on the table. What you have to do when you want to cut your wrapper top is to get the length of the top first. The length of the top I'm using is 18. So now I'll mark 18 inches. For the length of the top. I'll add 1 inches for the folding allowance of the top, which is now 19. Plus the folding allowance gives us 19 inches. Now connect these lines together. After getting the length of the top, the next thing we have to get is to get from the shoulder to bust point. Shoulder to bust point I'm working with is 10 inches. I will mark my 10 inches here. Come here also and mark 10 inches. After getting the bust point, now we get the under bust. The under bust measurement I'm using is 13 inches. So I'll come down by 13 inches. Come here also and mark 13 inches. Now connect these lines together. After getting the under bust line, next thing we have to do is to get the neck width. The neck width I'm working with is 3 inches. This 3 inches mark here. And then I will come down by 2 inches. This is the back pattern. We'll cut the back pattern first, then we'll now work on the front pattern. I'm done with the connecting of the neck now. The shoulder I'm working with is 14 inches. 14 divided by 2 gives me 7 inches. So I'll drop my 7 inches here and come down by 1 inches for the shoulder slants. Use it to slope the shoulder. We'll connect this line to this neck width here. And after getting this neckline, we have to get the chest line. To get the chest line, you divide your bust by 6 plus 1.5. The bust I'm working by 6 plus 1.5 gives me 7 inches. So I'll come here and drop my 7 inches mark. You can see I dropped the 7 inches mark after this 1 inches I have here. So we'll just mark this like this and check what we have. So we'll go all the way 8 inches. Now connect this line together. So now the thing I have to do next is to drop the shoulder measurement on this chest line, which is 7 inches. Now mark like this and connect together. After joining the lines together, now we have to divide this by 2. 7 divided by 2, you divide like this and mark. Then, because this is the back pattern, I'll come in by ½ inches. Then we'll connect this line together like this. Connect it straight down like this and make use of your French curve here. We divide the bust by 4. The bust I'm working with is 34. 34 divided by 4 gives me 8.5. So this is my 8.5 here. Then I'll add 1.5 for seam allowance. mark. Please always label your pattern. This is the chest line, bust points, under busts, and this is the waistline, which is also known as the length of the top. So now we'll divide the waist by 4. The waist we're working with is 28 divided by 4 gives me 7 inches. This is my 7 inches here. Then I will add 1.5 for seam allowance, and now connect the lines together. This top, you don't, because it's a wrapper top, you don't have to put that on the top. So now we'll just connect this straight down like this. I'm done with the drafting of the back pattern. Now we'll cut this out, then work on the front pattern. Please, before you cut out, always add 0.25 on this armhole. So now I'll add this and cut this out. Okay guys, I'm done with the cutting of the back pattern. Now this is the front pattern. We are going to cut the front pattern. So to cut your front pattern, you come in by 5 inches. Why do we come in by these 5 inches? We came in by 5 inches because of the overlap. You know, it's a wrapper top, so it's going to lap on each other. So I came in by 5 inches for this. Now let me do a recap on what we have on the front pattern. 5 inches here, and this is my chest line, bust points, under busts, then the length of the top, Please always label your pattern. So now what we have to do next is to work on the neck and the shoulder line. For the neckline, let's just do a normal 3 by 3 first. So this is my 3 by 3 inches. Now connect this together like this. This is not the real neckline, but we're just doing this as a guide. Now I'll come down by 1 inches for the shoulder slope, 1 inches, and connect this 1 inches mark to the neck width like this. And now we have to get the shoulder line. The shoulder we're working with is 7. When I mean 7, you have to understand this. When we divide 14 by 2, that's when we have 7 inches. So now connect this line together like this. So now we have to divide the shoulder by 2. Dividing 7 by 2 gives us 3.25. Then we'll come in by, because this is the front pattern, we are coming in by 0.75. So this is my 0.75 mark here. Now I'll come down on a straight line like this. From this up here, I'll come to this 0.7 inches mark I have and stop there. Then I will use my French curve to connect the lines together like this. You can see the way I connect. Now we've gotten the shoulder. Next thing we have to do is to drop our measurement on this. The bust we're working with divided by 2 gives me 8.5. This is my 8.5 mark here, plus 1.5 for seam allowance. So I'll mark this, and I will come to the waistline straight down. This top, you don't have to put that, but if you want to put, it's optional. But me, I'm not putting that on this my top here. So now I'll divide the waist. The waist I'm working with is 28. 28 divided by 4 gives me 7. So this is my 7 inches mark here. and I'll add seam allowance to this. Now we'll connect this line straight down like this. We're almost through. Next thing we have to do now is to work on the neck line we want for this top. The neckline, we just come down from here. Depending on how, if you want to sew some cleavage, you can come down as low as 8 inches. But me, I don't want to show cleavage on this, so I'll be using 6 inches for this. And I'll come here down on this, my length of the top, and mark 5 inches here. So now connect this line straight down. I will start from here for my neck width and mark like this. Then we have to connect this to this 5 inches mark we have here. So you can see how it is. So this is my wrapper top. Now cut this out. When you want to cut on your fabric, you have to place it into 2. When I cut it, I will show you. But when you want to cut the back pattern, you will let your fabric be on fold. Your fabric will have to be on fold when you want to cut the back pattern. Now let me cut this and show you guys what it looks like. Alright guys, I'm done with the cutting of the front and the back of the top. This is my front. You can see how it is, and this is the back of the top. You can see I cut the back of the top on fold, and this is the sleeve. This is a bishop sleeve. It will be having elastic at the hem of the sleeve like this. So we'll now watch it after folding this. So now let's work on the neck line of the top. Okay, this is the back of my top. I cut the strap. We're using the strap to pipe the neck of the top like this and fold it. I'll do the same thing also on the front of the top. This is the front of the top. I cut out the strap of 1.5 inches. I'll use it to turn the front like this. I will sew and use it to pipe it in. So now let me do this and show you guys what it looks like. Alright guys, I'm done with the folding of the hem of the sleeve. Now we keep this aside so we can work on the top. So now I fold in my neckline. You can see the way I pipe in the neck. I pipe the neck with the material, the front and the back. So now we have to join this top at the shoulders. This is how it will look when we are done with it. So now let's join the shoulders together. Now go to the sewing machine and join this on 1/2 inches. Join the other one too, like this. After joining the shoulders, so we join the sides too, 1.5 inches. Join the sides like this. Let me pin it down. I'll go and sew this and show you guys what it looks like. Alright guys, I'm done with the joining of the sides of the top and the shoulders. Now we have to fold the hem of the top on 1 inches. So I'll go to the machine and fold this in like this. Then we'll work on the sleeve. Now you know this is a bishop sleeve, so we'll put elastic on the hem of the sleeve. To put the elastic, you measure around your wrists. Anything you have, you use it to cut the elastic. So the round of the wrist I'm using is 5 inches plus sewing allowance. I don't want the thing to be too tight, so I'll just use 6 inches for the wrist. And I'll be cutting 2 of this. We'll pass this on the sleeve. Pass this on the sleeve. And you secure this down here. You secure the elastic down with a pin, and you continue pushing it out. Secure down like this. Then we'll go to the sewing machine and sew on 1 inches down like this. So now I'll go to the sewing machine and do this on the sleeve and the other sleeve also. I'm done with the folding of the hem of the top. So now we have to join our sleeves, and I'm done with the sleeve also. You can see I joined the sides and the elastic. Now we'll join the sleeves to the top. You make sure the joining of the sleeve is together with the joining of the sides of the top, and you pin it down like this. After pinning, you turn to the other side, to the back, and you sew all round like this. So now we'll go to the machine and sew this, and sew the other sleeve also. Alright guys, I'm done with the fixing of the sleeve. Please, before I forget, when you want to cut your sleeve, you know, to cut the bishop sleeve, you have to do the slash and spread method. Always add 2 inches to the sleeve or anything you're cutting when you're using the slash and spread method, so it will not be short. So now let's work on the belts. When you want to cut your belts, you check what you have here. I have 3.25 here, and I've cut out my belt and sew it also. I will just sew this like this straight down, and sew the other one, and display this on my dress form for you to see what it looks like. Alright guys, I'm done with the top. You can see how beautiful it looks on my dress form. Please like, share and subscribe on my channel. Please turn on your notification bell so you get notified anytime I drop a new video. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate. God bless you. See you on my next video.